this is so bizarre to actually be saying this. Also, just like sitting at this table like this, looking at the GoPro is kind of bizarre. But honestly, we're at like pretty much the end of December. For those of you that don't know, right now I'm sitting in our first store. Last year in January, I actually opened a second store, and obviously the first one is in Salem, Oregon. This one is kind of like my baby. I like love this store so much. It's the first one I've had. This is where everything started, honestly. This is where like I literally showed up, I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of opened my doors, it kind of worked out. And I thought going into all of this, I was like easily could expand into a second location. And I didn't realize how hard it was to expand. Like, I just did not have the proper team around me. I don't think I had the proper like support structure around me. I don't think I really even like had the workers that I was comfortable enough to completely step away. And I think I should have realized this was an issue going into opening a second store. Like, I needed someone dependable and reliable that I felt like if I stepped away for 4 months, like the store would still be functioning. I don't think I had that when I went into this whole idea of wanting to expand. I just did well at this store, and I was like, dude, I'd love to own a second store, like, to be perfectly honest. And I thought, for a while, I thought this is gonna be, I'm just gonna keep opening stores, I'm gonna make it work, I'm gonna figure it out. But after about a year, close to a year, I think we're about like 2-3 weeks away from like the 1 year of that store. Obviously, there are some like external circumstances. Like, I do genuinely believe the economy is not in the strongest state compared to last year. Obviously, I think we hear a lot of people talking about inflation and how just like they're living paycheck to paycheck, even if their paycheck or even if their pay hasn't gone down or whatever. There's a lot of external factors, but key point here is I'm fairly confident coming in a few months we're going to be shutting down the second store, which I'm pretty sad to say. You know, it's like a sad reality for me to like actually like sit down and like admit that to myself, because it's like, dang, I was like very happy with owning 2 stores. I was very happy with myself, but bro, that the second store, we just can't make it work, to be honest. Like, bro, we can never get workers to stay. It's always like a scheduling nightmare. Getting inventory down there is so much harder. I don't know why, but just it seems like the market's completely different. Even though the stores are only an hour away from each other, the market's just like so different. And it's just like, obviously, like, we just depend so much on eBay, and I feel like we just kind of like bleed through inventory down there, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's not like how it is at this location. I think at that location we don't really sell that much like low end games, like the back wall games. Like, the back wall games are like really important to move. You can't really survive only moving like, let's say, like Pokemon Game Boy Color games. Like, you don't get enough of those. Usually you don't get enough of those to make that like a sustainable way of your like store to survive. You need to be moving like the Ratchet and Clanks, the ATV Off-Road Furies, the Ratatouilles. You know, like, as crazy as it may sound, you actually do have a lot of people buying that kind of stuff. I know when I first opened my store, I thought, bro, you only want bangers, bro. You only want Zeldas, you only want Marios, you only want Chibi Robo. Like, literally, that was my whole philosophy. I was like, that's all you want. Like, this other stuff is never gonna sell. But I was like so wrong, bro. Like, bro, if I just look at my Google reviews, bro, like, the games that people say that they've bought from my store and they're like so happy about are like the weirdest games. Ratatouille on the Game Boy Advance. People like will talk about, I don't know, like Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. It's so bizarre. But key point is, at that store we just can't move any of that stuff, and it's just like, it's rough, bro. Like, I don't know, it's like a sad reality. Like, we've tried to just like transition and be like, oh, we're gonna do a lot more eBay and stuff. It's just like, bruh, it's not working. You know, sometimes you just gotta like take the L, move on. And yeah, I guess I learned a lot from this whole experience, honestly. I think from trying to expand, I genuinely learned a lot. I think if I ever want to try to open a second store, I know a lot more about what I need to have in place to be able to accomplish that. But yeah, I don't think I had it this time, and kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, kind of sucks. You know, it like sucks to say like I'm closing down one of the stores, but I'm like fairly confident. Lease ends in about 6 months. Fairly confident that thing is gonna be done for, unless like something ridiculous happens where like the store just has like a complete turn. But like, bro, like, it's to the point where it's just kind of like, it's not worth the headache. You know, it's like so much stress, so much of a headache, and it's just like, it gets to the point where it's like, I don't know what benefit I get from this store, but it's just kind of like a liability at this point. And I love having multiple stores, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't seem like the most secure thing right now. And maybe in the future, I'll give it another go of opening a store in that city. But like, as of right now, it's like, nah, probably not. But yeah, I thought I'd just give that a little bit of an update. I don't even know how many of the people that watch these videos even like live in Oregon. But yeah, probably shutting down the second store kind of sucks. But yeah, on a brighter note, how about we cut into the rest of the trade-ins that we're getting for today? We just got a Facebook deal. We almost never get Facebook deals. I feel like Facebook Marketplace in Oregon has been pretty dead for a while. So I'm not going to tell you guys what that is, but we're going to go pick that up right now. And then after that, I thought I'd show you some of the interesting and cool stuff that we've had traded into us as of recently. So yeah, let's go get that deal. We're back. It's the next day. Honestly, I did not want to record last night. I picked up this deal so late, but I figured we can go through it right now. And we also have another deal that we're picking up later tonight. It was actually a pretty good deal. I wouldn't say it was like the craziest deal in the world, but it gives us a lot of consoles, which our store kind of needs right now. But how about we go through this GameCube deal? I'll just tell you guys how much we paid and what we ended up getting. So we ended up paying $350 for this. We got a console with a Game Boy player with one controller. We got a bunch of Zelda games. So we got Four Swords, Wind Waker, Twilight. Got another Mega Man Network commission. Honestly, we almost never get that game. We got this Zelda game. We got Lego Star Wars. What else we got? Avatar, Luigi's Mansion. That would be nice to have. We got some like cheaper ones that he threw in for free. We got like Medal of Honor. Got Medal of Honor, we got Top Gun, and then we have a few more. We got a Mario Sunshine, a Double Dash that doesn't work, so we're gonna have to see if we can fix this. He said it didn't work, but I think we can fix it with our machine. This is a loose melee. Probably will throw that one on eBay. And then we got, I don't know what that is. We got Star Wars Rogue Leader, and let's see what this one is. Dang, I thought that was a Game Boy player disc, and I was like, no way, but just another Lego Star Wars. And then obviously we just got the console and the controller, so that'll be pretty good. Honestly, not a bad trade-in. Like I said, we paid $350. I think we get about double our money if everything ends up working perfectly fine and if we can fix that Double Dash. But yeah, it'll be really nice to have because as you can see, well, actually this case isn't seeming that barren, but I don't know, bro, there's like a $25 game in there. Like, I don't want that in there. There's like a couple 35 25s. I don't know, I just don't really want those in there. I think I need to update the pricing on that Rhapsody has gone down a lot since we priced that one. But yeah, so I figure let me start testing these out and let me try to fix this Double Dash. If we fix the Double Dash, it'll be pretty good. Probably gonna record that on my phone just to make like a YouTube short on it. But yeah, I will be back and I'll check in with you guys soon, and then I will also probably immediately cut to the second deal that we're picking up. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Well, we just had the craziest walk-in trade-in I've ever personally had. Like, I don't even know what to make of this. Like, it's not like the craziest in terms of like, no way did we just get this one singular game. It's just like, how? Let me show it to you guys. Literally, look, one dude pulled up with literally all of these Pokemon games, and all of these games are legit. Like, these aren't foo-foo, they aren't fake. Like, bro, like, what even is this? It's the crazy thing was that I saw him selling these on Facebook Marketplace, and he wanted like close to like what I would sell them for, so I was just like, I'm not even gonna mess with it. And then all of a sudden I came back from the post office today and he has them here, and I'm just like, okay, so is this guy trying to buy something? And then he's just like, oh, I got a few games to sell, and I was just kind of like rolling my eyes. I was like, it's gonna be some Xbox 360 games, and he just pulls all those out, and I was just like, what? Like, bro, one person literally traded all of these into my store. Like, this is literally, obviously we're like already like pretty much like at Christmas. Like, I can't say this is gonna be like crazy for us, like crazy Christmas inventory for us, but like for sure crazy tax return inventory, like without a doubt. But yeah, I've never had that many Pokemon games just walk into my store from one person, so that's pretty crazy. Yeah, aside from that, nothing too eventful today, honestly. Today was a pretty slow day in the store. We actually have another deal we're going to go pick up right now. We got a deal for a 3DS XL. Honestly, I've been just trying to go hard on Facebook Marketplace, to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm just like so bored of just like doing nothing sometimes. And it's just like, man, I just want to like hit Facebook Marketplace hard, maybe like focus more on eBay, because like, geez Louise, it's been a brutal quarter without a doubt, more like a brutal half year. But yeah, I think maybe at the end of this video I'm gonna sit down and like talk about that slightly. But yeah, definitely crazy trading, guys. All right, it's the next day. We picked up this deal. Let's go through it. So I ended up spending about $500 on this. So obviously it is not gonna be the best way of going through this, so let me turn this off for a second and let me get this sorted out.
All right, well, let's start with this. We got some consoles, and this is the biggest reason why I got this. We got the Super Nintendo. It is a little yellowed, but we honestly just don't have that many in stock. We only have one other one in stock. Figured we probably want this to wrap up the holiday season, because if I just sell the other one, we're out. Got a Wii. We have a lot of these. Honestly, this is just kind of a bonus. We got 2 Wii controllers with it, so can't complain. And 64 with the expansion pack. Honestly, buying this, I didn't know this was in here. I just popped it open just now. It was a very nice surprise, so can't complain about that. People always be asking about expansion packs, even though right now we have a lot of 64s for sale right now. We've got 4 of them for sale. I guess we're gonna have 5 of them here in a second, but yeah, definitely gonna be nice to have another expansion pack one, because I think we only had 1 of them. Then we got a GameCube with a Game Boy player, and then for the games, let's see, got some solid Wii stuff. I think in here I was told that there's a Luigi's Mansion. That's just going, that's probably gonna be sold on eBay. Got Wii Sports, Mario Galaxy, Sonic Colors, Cabela's. I don't know if there's anything good in here. What is this? Crazy Chicken Tales, G4, Star Wars, Lego, Mario. I think the rest of it's just kind of filler. For the Super Nintendo, we got Mario, Jurassic Park. I have no idea what this, I didn't even look this up. Crash Dummies, Final Fantasy 2. Kind of a classic, bro. Kind of happy to get that back in stock. I'm checking to see if this is real. It is. Okay. DK, Zelda. We have one of those in stock, but it's always nice to get another one. Jurassic, and then Gaia. And then for 64, we got 07, Mario Kart. Let me make sure this is, yeah, that's good. 64, NBA, Pokemon Snap, Madden, Quest 64, and then Pokemon Stadium, and then just some controllers. But yeah, I would say that's a pretty good trade-in. I obviously have a lot of work ahead of me. I'm gonna have to set all of these down, test all these games. But yeah, I'll check in back with you guys in a bit and see if anything was broken or not.